Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tawana. Today we're going to do a reading for Aries. This can resonate with you if you have an Aries placement as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. And Aries, today I am using the Work Your Light Oracle deck for your reading. Look at these cards. They are so beautiful. One of my favorite decks ever. I'm also using the Angel Answers Oracle. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot. And a friend of mine actually made an affirmation deck that I really enjoy using. So I'm going to be pulling affirmation cards for you today. The name of her deck is the CCC Tiny Book of Affirmations. Such a cute box. This is her on the box. The cards are kind of small. But I just really resonate with the affirmations, and I just can tell that she put a lot of herself into this deck, and I really love it. So shout out to you, Ariel. All right, so we're gonna jump into your reading, but I'm gonna put my blanket on first because it is kind of cold in my apartment today, even though the heat's on. And I'm also not feeling 100%, so if this bothers you, please ignore it. All right, so the first card we have, Aries, is Imrama. And this card talks about where you're being called to journey to. So this could be, and for some reason I'm feeling like saying who, like the card says, what are you being called to journey to? And I'm also thinking like my guides are like, who are you being called to journey to? So this could be a where, a who, a what, but there is emphasis on a journey. This doesn't have to be an actual physical journey. This could be a path that you are being led down, and all you have to do is say yes. This could be something that is calling to you, and you realize that no matter what, no matter where you go, what you do, this thing, this person, this place will just always call to you. It is an itch that you have to scratch. It is a feeling that you have to satisfy, and you are realizing that you're having this feeling about this place or this person or this thing for a reason. And then the second card we have is Starseed. And I think everybody here knows what starseeds are by now. If you don't know what a starseed is, I encourage you to go look that up. But this card asks what lights you up. What is it? It's like you're getting all these cards that clue in like who you are at your core. You know how Aries is full of fire, and if you have an Aries friend, you know that friend is like the one that you go to, your pal, to like go on an adventure. That's your adventure buddy. That's your excitement buddy. Like the energy is infectious with that friend. It almost feels like you're being like, something is lighting your fire. Somewhere is lighting your fire. And when I say fire, this could just be inspiration. Aries, you know what inspiration feels like because that is what moves you. So what is inspiring you right now? If you're not feeling it yet, in the next couple of weeks, what is inspiring you? Who is inspiring you? What is lighting that fire, that Aries Martian fire? Because I feel like that's something that you need. You need that from life, from your relationships, from your experiences. You need that to keep you interested. As much as Aries placements or fire placements, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may not like to admit this, you lose interest in things quickly. And I have Aries placements. I have some pretty significant Aries placements. So this is not an attack. I'm speaking about myself too. we don't like to admit it, but we do lose interest in things. And it depends on where Aries falls in your chart. So we need that like excitement and like constantly switching things up and keeping things exciting and keeping us engaged. So I feel like that those are all things that are coming in your awareness or are probably already in your awareness in the coming weeks. And then we have boundaries. One of my favorite cards in this deck. We have boundaries, and this card speaks for itself. It talks about where we need to establish better boundaries and with who we need to establish those boundaries with. So maybe you do need to put some boundaries in place. You know, the tarot is more situational, so we're going to get into some things and see the specifics of what you're dealing with in the tarot. All right, so first card we have is you, Queen of Wands. This could be you, or this could be a feminine fire energy that you are dealing with. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this Queen of Wands is going through some kind of change right now. I'll clarify the Wheel of Fortune. What is the Wheel of Fortune? All right, change. Someone is changing what they have invested in. What they've invested in the past, it feels like there's a change. If this is not you, this is someone that you're dealing with, it feels like this person is experiencing like a change. Maybe this is like a change in relationship, a change in their financial status, a change. Like they're experiencing pretty large scale change. And I feel like it's on things that they have invested in previously. And we have the Justice card. I feel like justice is in favor of this Queen of Wands, or it could be this very same person who's coming up as a Queen of Cups, because it's on their side, basically. Justice is on this person's side. I feel like they're experiencing some kind of change of fortune, change of luck, change. There's like massive change and upheaval in this person's life. And I feel like they are making decisions on where they would like to invest and consequences of those investments. This could be investing in relationships. It could be investing their money. It definitely feels like a big moment in this person's life, though. Could also be something karmically that they're going through or have gone through, because we have the Justice card, which is a card of karma, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune card, which to me is also another karmic card. So this could just be this person is like finally like getting good, like they're getting good karma for maybe past deeds that they've sown, past things that they've done and invested in. And then we have this Knight of Swords and this Two of Pentacles. So I almost feel like this is a person who this Queen of Wands is dealing with, who is like juggling, like, do I say something to this person? Do I not say something to this person? Maybe they're having this change in relationship with this Knight of Swords. It feels like their investments, where they're investing their time, energy, resources is changing. Maybe they used to invest it in this and now they're not. But the interesting thing is, Aries, we have a Queen of Wands, and guess what? We also have a King of Wands, like staring right. This is how they are on the table. They're staring right at each other. And I feel like there is like a mountain between two people. There's a mountain between two people who want to be together, who want to be in each other's lives. Could this be what is calling to you? Could these two people be like being called to journey to each other? It's funny that I started the reading talking so much about like what fire placements like and appreciate and enjoy and need in relationships to be sustained and fulfilled, because we have two fire placements, and this is a divine match. This is a pair. This is a couple with a like mutual understanding, because they share so many things in common. To me, the king and the queen are at the same level. It's just that the king is the provider energy and the queen is the nurturing energy. So these people are on the same level. If this is another person that this Queen of Wands was dealing with, this person is not on this Queen of Wands level. This is this Queen of Wands true match. So if this is two people that you're dealing with, Aries, whoever you are in this, because you could be the Queen of Wands or you could be the King of Wands. So it feels like whoever you are, you're dealing with your equal. You could feel that. Maybe that's why you're being called to this person, this place, this thing. Or maybe that's why you're being called to journey to each other, because you can tell that this is your equal. But it doesn't feel like it's that easy to connect with each other. It feels like a mountain is between you. We have the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles, which to me talks about holding on to burdens. Maybe things have already happened between you guys. Maybe this is not a new person. And how do you get in contact with, how do you get in proximity with each other with these burdens? You're gonna have to let them go. If it's you that's holding on to these burdens, Aries, you're gonna have to let them go. Or else the ending is gonna, like, it feels like a relationship has already ended. And there's disappointment there. So if somebody is not willing to drop these burdens that they're carrying, then this is going to stay in an ending. This is going to stay in a disappointing situation. So King of Wands, Aries, if this is you, trying to have a different perspective about the Queen of Wands, or trying to have a different perspective about this entire situation, I feel like the answer is release what has happened. Like, you're not going to get anywhere by holding on to what has happened in the past, or holding on to baggage that you're carrying. It feels like you need to let all of that go to be able to, like, come into the 4 of Wands union with each other. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. So this is a journey between, this is two people who are being pulled together. That's what this reading is about. Two people who are being drawn together. Maybe one person felt it first. Maybe you both felt it. Maybe you've both always felt it. But now it's about reciprocity. Reciprocity and pulling things into reality. To me, the 7 of Cups talks about options a lot of times, but as a tarot reader, and I'm an intuitive tarot reader, the way I read a card is not the way I always read that card. And in this reading, to me, it's talking about like fifth dimensional stuff, things being in the ethereal, things being in thought form, things being in the astral, in an idea. It hasn't manifested in the 3D yet. And that's what someone is trying to do. Or maybe this is spirit trying to get these two people to recognize that there is a connection, because it may just be something that is potential, but now it needs to be grounded and be in Ace of Pentacles form, like a real opportunity on earth in the 3D that you can do something with. So this feels like, how do we ground this? How do we ground this into reality? Like, we recognize that there is an attachment, a connection, a feeling, a spark, a calling to each other, or one person being drawn to the next. But how do you root it in reality? And I think that's what this King of Wands is thinking. And then we have the 9 of Wands and the Tower. Okay, this has been a long journey. So this, to me, it doesn't feel like two people who just met. This feels like two people who know each other, maybe have history with each other. Clarify the 9 of Wands and the Tower. What's the Tower? What's the Tower, Spirit? Just because I'm nosy. The Tower is the King of Cups. The Tower is the King of Cups. All right, cool. So you guys have multiple people in your energy, and now I understand the boundaries card, because if Spirit is trying to bring these two people together, this King and Queen of Wands, you guys are gonna have to you're gonna have to release the other aspects of your life. So you guys, if you have, let's just say two people are trying to come together, but before they do, they've had like their people who they were connecting with. They had maybe they weren't in relationships, but they had connections with people intimately. It feels like you have to clean up your life. One person cleaning up their life, the other person cleaning up their life, and that's where boundaries come in. Like, make sure you're putting in place boundaries in those other relationships so that you can align with who you're meant to align with. All right, we have the King of Cups, which feels like another person because this doesn't feel like fire energy at all. And this King of Cups is looking for an opportunity to have a reciprocal exchange with someone else, which comes as a surprise. And somebody wants a new beginning. Someone wants a new tangible beginning. For some of you, this is going to be this same King of Wands, but instead of showing up in their fire element, they're showing up to talk about their feelings, which is not something that the King of Wands does often. So if the King of Wands is going into their water energy for you, that means that they must really care, or they must find it important to show that they care. So could be the same person. For others of you, this is someone else. It's just interesting to me how these two people are looking right at each other, literally looking right at each other. And then there are other bunch of people like surrounding them, like floating around them. And to me, that feels like where the boundaries come in. All right, so if this is a new person for some of you coming in, it feels like someone is bringing in an opportunity to let's ground this, let's have a new beginning, but they're not your divine counterpart. If this King of Cups is another person, if this King of Cups is a King of Wands though, then that's I hope this is making sense. I hope this is making sense to you guys. But I can't explain it in any other way when there's so many people on the table, and really you could be anyone. All right, so what I want you to take from this is there are two people who, you know your person. You know how it feels. You know how they feel. You know your person. If it doesn't feel like this, if it doesn't feel like you're equal, if it doesn't feel like you're equal, it is not your person. It is someone you should be having boundaries with so you can pull in your person. All right, let's get some advice. Spirit, what's the advice for Aries? What's the advice for Aries? What's the advice for Aries? Angels, what is the advice for Aries? Ask for help from others, and that's your spirit team. Communicate clearly. Helpful people. I told you. It's like Spirit is trying to pull two people together because they are equals, because they are a divine pair, because they understand each other. And everyone else is a distraction. You need to be with your equal. I think that's what I'm going to name this reading, Finding Your Equal. Let's get one affirmation card for you, Spirit. Give me an affirmation card for Aries in November. One affirmation for them to say every day. Aries, your affirmation is, my own truth is the greatest truth I will ever know. There you go. I'm going to leave you here. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye, Aries.